Welcome back again, everybody, to episode number 9 of The Whole Truth. This is for the week of 18 November 2013. This is the only show where robots have the same rights we do. On with the news. The RobertsSpaceIndustries.com recap. It's no surprise that crowdfunding hit $27 million in the last week. My original estimate of final funding was around $45 to $50 million. That's starting to seem a lot more likely at this point. I guess we'll just have to wait it out together and see. It's a fun ride nonetheless. In the letter from the chairman, we unlocked the Banu Merchantman, which we covered in a previous episode of Whole Truth. The Banu Merchant ship concept is now going to be sent to top concept artists for further development. On the heels of that, they revealed some concept art for a Xi'an capital ship. I definitely get an Eve vibe out of this ship, and I don't consider that a bad thing. The $29 million stretch goal unlock was also revealed to be an enhanced mission design for Squadron 42. The team over at Foundry 42, the office where Chris's brother is heading up Squadron 42 design, they stated that they fully intend to make Squadron 42 a true spiritual successor to Wing Commander. Now opening with an epic battle instead of a training patrol, and then into missions that seamlessly combine boarding and space combat. They want to put us right into the action, and additional funding is going to let them realize that goal with more resources and animations to enhance fidelity. A telling note at the end of the post states that big publishers haven't been willing to invest this kind of money in PC games in a very long time. CIG is looking to prove that it's totally worth it. We got another press roundup this week. Chris spoke at GDC next about this whole crowdfunding thing and offered up some sage advice to folks looking to fund their own projects. He highlighted working directly with your community as well as building your own website for fundraising, upgrades, and perks. Chris said, "It's not just about raising money. This is the mistake I see a lot of other campaigns make. The best thing about crowdfunding is that you get to build your community early." So wise words from the master at crowdfunding. We also got an in-universe news update titled Cleanshot. If you haven't read any of these and you want to learn more about the lore of the universe, you should definitely check these out. This one is a news reporter doing a show where he covers different things going on within the actual universe of the game. I highly recommend these. They add a lot more meaning and a lot more of that space opera feel to the world. We also got another Meet the Dev post this week. This week we meet Elijah McNeil. Elijah is a concept artist responsible for designing all of the hangars for the module release, as well as various system paintings and the style language for the Xi'an fleet. As usual, he was also interviewed on Wingmans Hangar. We've also gotten word from CIG that physical goods are ready to be shipped. This includes stuff like t-shirts, patches, and mouse pads. The polo shirts are still in production and about 2 weeks away from being finished. Installment number 5 of Lore Builder is up, this time detailing the Sata Ball format. You can see a set of selected community suggestions for the format and then vote on those. If you want to be a vital part of building out some of the universe's lore, just hop on over there, get your vote in, or even post your own suggestions for the next installment. And something we've all been waiting for with bated breath. The anniversary sale details dropped on the 15th. November 26th marks the final day for lifetime insurance purchases for everyone. Starting today, the 18th, Monday, CIG is running sales of limited ships again, up until the cutoff date of the 26th. There's a few things you need to know here. First, the known sales. Monday, November the 18th, we have the Origin M50 on sale. Tuesday the 19th, the Origin 350R and the Lightspeed package. Wednesday the 20th, Drake Caterpillar. Thursday the 21st, RSI Aurora LX. Friday the 22nd, we have the Anvil Gladiator and the Aegis Retaliator, and it's stated that those will be running through the weekend. And then Monday the 25th, the big daddy of hauling ships is back, the Misk Starfarer. On November the 26th, Chris said the team will host a 4-hour live stream starting at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. They're going to unveil the first details on the next assortment of ships, and these ships will be offered for sale on special occasions, including some that you can purchase for the first time ever on the 26th. There will also be a limited number of Idris P Corvettes available for sale, and they're going to be offered in 4 allotments throughout the day. There will be no variants for the Constellation or the Freelancer available on any of these days, as they're not ready yet. It was confirmed that the design team is focusing on 3 more Freelancer variants and 2 more Constellation variants. As of right now, there is no plan to offer the Idris M or the Vandul Scythes again. A key note here is that these ships are all going to be purchasable for this limited time with full lifetime insurance for everyone, not just original backers. You will not get LTI on base ships or packages though, just the limited ones during the sale. Wow, that's a lot of info. So that's the rundown of the upcoming sale. I know everybody's been looking forward to that. I know I'm going to pick some stuff up personally for myself and also for giveaways at a later date. So now on to Wingman's Hangar recap. In the Wingman's Hangar recap, we found out that the team is working on hangar planning. They're making it individual and able to be customized to your own style. The team in Austin finally got their new office space and we got a quick look at it. There's also an update from Turbulent, the team that's working on the website design. The team is working to bring us our first code drop, which is what they called it, which will allow us to create our organizations and begin recruiting members. It's also possible that this first drop will include XMPP Guild chat, they said if we're lucky. There's also new ship pages coming to the website, and since LTI is coming to an end on the 26th, they're busy getting the new shop ready. A quick note, a small module is coming very soon that will allow you to apply your ship upgrades to your ships, effectively replacing those ships in your hangar with the upgraded ship. That's good news. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. It's always been kind of disappointing to go and buy the cheaper thing, the upgrade, instead of melting and rebuying and not being able to see the new ship yet. Alright, so during the interview portion of Wingman's Hangar with Elijah McNeil, which we talked about earlier, he shows off some of his concept art. I mean, wow, look at those helmets. Those things are amazing looking. That's supposed to be Xi'an concept art that he did a long time ago. Hopefully those make it into the game because they look great. Now let's move on to forum feedback recap. In the upcoming dogfighting module, will players only use the ships they pledged for, or will we be able to use all ships? Eric responded and said, some answers require higher power. This is an example of one of those questions, and I believe there will be some information about that soon from the source. Can we expect to see changes made based on the discoveries of players? Let's say somebody ventures into an unexplored solar system and finds a new alloy. Will we see ships and weapons made with this new alloy? Rob answered and said, one of the things we've talked about in economy discussions is using discoveries made by players to enhance existing technologies, maybe for small runs or even to create new technologies. Will the weapons used in FPS or shipboarding also be split between projectiles and energy weapons? Will the ones that fire bullets have finite ammunition, and where would that ammo be stored? Rob answers and says, think of the weapons as being scaled down versions of ship weapons. There's not going to be infinite ammo. You'll have to carry it on your person, so maybe you'll have pockets where you have ammo clips. Eric also said, what about energy weapons? Rob said, energy weapons won't fire forever either. They have batteries of some sort. How will players fly from planet to planet? Will we just fly from planet to planet on our own, or will there be cutscenes similar to landing on a planet? Rob said, it's not going to be a cutscene. There's two modes of transportation. You can just fly it manually, but for the players who are in a hurry, we're going to have an autopilot. It unhooks the rule set that keeps your ship from going too fast because then maneuvers would injure you, and it lets you go in a straight line much faster. You can get up and walk around your ship, look out the windows while you're fast traveling. Will the Asteroid Hangar only be for pirates or also for legal citizens? Rob says, asteroids don't just occur in piratey space. Notice, we don't call it the Pirate Hangar, we call it the Asteroid Hangar because it is available to anyone who wants to hang out in an asteroid. Eric also said there probably will be various versions of that too, and there might even be a pirate's den someday. Can my spaceship get really dirty, or will it be automatically cleaned after I've landed on a planet? Rob said, we can actually allow battle damage to accumulate over time, and they can bake it onto the ship so it stays there, so you can see the history of your fights if you don't get it buffed out. How will information and warning systems work in Star Citizen? Will it just automatically populate your radar with solid contacts, or will it be more interpretive like in real life? Rob said, the radar is not just an on or off thing. There are levels of noise. What you're eventually going to see is that you will have a fuzzy image if the enemy is too far away or too small. As they get close enough for your particular radar, then you're going to see a clearer image and you'll see exactly what you're facing. When can we expect the Oculus Rift compatibility with Star Citizen? So what we got here was a cut to a helmet cam like they do sometimes, and Eric Peterson went over to Jason Spangler's desk. He's the creeper dev from last week, and Jason Spangler is like their guy that learns about technology basically. He's like their technology expert. So when he got over there, the dev said something along the lines of, we actually have it running, and they showed him having it running a little bit. Right now we're doing some camera unification to make it so the first person camera when you're walking around and the first person camera when you're in your vehicle seat are unified. So that when you look around in your seat, it will look around the same way as it does when you're walking. There's still head tracking. There is still head tracking to fix and a few other engine fixes that we'd like to do. So the gist of it is they're currently working on it. It's something that they're going to have available. And I would just like to point out real quick that if you look really close, you can see a Thrustmaster Warthog joystick on Jason Spangler's desk. And that's awesome because that's the stick I have. Moving on to the MVP recap. The MVP this week on Wingmans Hangar goes to Hawk, that's H-A-W-K-E, for his thread Star Citizen Support Group. And there's going to be a link to that for you guys down below. And go check that out. It's basically like an Alcoholics Anonymous, but for spending money on Star Citizen. Now it's time for other news. So during the helmet cam walk around on Wingman's Hangar, people noticed a PS4 console on Jason Spangler's desk, and a freakout session ensued for Star Citizen fans. People were posting things about Star Citizen secretly being ported to the PS4. In true internet fashion, this caused a major uproar in the Star Citizen community. The internet is like a teen soap opera sometimes. I can't stand it when it gets like that. Eric Peterson responded promptly to this new urban legend by saying, "No one in any CIG office is working on a PlayStation 4 version of Star Citizen. Jason's job is to test out new tech, nothing more, nothing less." To all the people that are saying it still means they're porting it to PS4, so what? The game is going to be good. We know that based on Chris Roberts' passion. He's not going to give us an inferior product. The PS4 that we saw, if Jason Spangler's supposed to check out new tech and stuff like that, it could just be flat out research. I'm of the opinion that when you are a new development company trying to be on the cutting edge of something like this in the tech field, you should have somebody out there exploring every new tech, especially things as popular as the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. They might need to look at things like how their dashboard is implemented, their all kinds of back-end services. There's no telling what. So I'd say everybody just get your shirts back on and stop the rioting. It'll be fine. All right, so X Rebirth came out this last week. I know a lot of us Space Sim seekers were looking forward to this game. You've probably read the terrible reviews and the freak out comments from the people about all the bugs and the terrible menu systems, and it might have scared you out of buying the game. Well, I've played it for about 8 hours now, and so far, I've had a lot of fun. I'm currently playing through the campaign. It is a different game than the previous X games. It does have a lot of bugs. Some of them will break your save, so save often. But EgoSoft is a really good company. They have already responded to the community about fixing these issues, and they also released a day one patch. In my opinion, this very small 20-man team with a very limited budget is cutting their teeth on this new engine and new mechanics, and it's going to take them a little while to fix it. Is it okay to release a messed up game? No. Was that their intention? No. These things happen over time, and they just get screwed up, and all we can really do is just wait and see. In my opinion, if you're worried about spending the money on a broken game and bugs like crashing to the desktop really bug you, they don't really bug me. I just start the game right back up. It takes 10 seconds. Then wait a couple of months and see how it goes. But as far as I'm concerned, they've moved in a new direction to try and get new people involved, and I think they've accomplished that. It's a much easier game to get into for new people than the old X games, and I'm enjoying it. So maybe you ought to check it out. Oh, and one last thing. Never ever get your reviews from Metacritic. It is the worst site on the internet for getting reviews. Moving on to the r/Star Citizen Post of the Week. So the r/Star Citizen Post of the Week this week goes to Nearrak on Reddit for his video post making us aware of YouTuber Nooblitz.com's work. On YouTube, his name is Nooblitz.com. He created a video called Star Citizen RSI Constellation Amends, and then in parentheses, double cargo space. He highlights a way to make the Constellation more versatile by changing up the way the snub fighter is loaded. He adds in a couple of different decks that can lower and raise inside the ship, and drop the snub fighter and load up with cargo to give you more extra cargo space and just to make the ship more versatile. You can see his graphical representation of this and get a better idea of what he's doing on his YouTube channel. Go check it out. Let him know the whole truth sent you. Thanks Nooblitz for the video work, and thanks to Nearrak for making us aware of it. And with that, I'd like to say thank you once again to everyone for watching and supporting the show. It was very cool to meet some of you guys during our live stream over at Twitch during the X Rebirth stream. I'm planning on doing a ship package giveaway via this show again when we hit 5,000 subscribers, so keep an eye out for that one. And with that, we conclude another episode of The Whole Truth. Keep on space trucking, and I'll see y'all next Monday.